Everyone, this is Karen's from Karen's Inspires. I'm so glad that you all just took a moment to stop and check out my channel. I'm coming from a quick run. It's been beautiful, taking a break in between doing a few deliveries. I wanted to stop and record because I had this on my mind. I know that we are in this season of being truly obedient to God, but I had to stop and ask myself that if I am truly being obedient to God in this season, right, what is it that halts me from truly being obedient? And you know what, I had to be honest with myself. I struggle with several things that I know God is truly trying to rid out of my life because it stays in my brain all the time. And this is me being transparent and honest because I want this to be somewhere where we could be transparent and honest. And in this season of being obedient, we know that we have to shed all of our earthly ways to walk with the Lord, right? And for us, we struggle with that because that's so hard to do when you battle with loss, right? And when you are truly choosing to be obedient, it's almost like a funeral to your old self. It's almost like burying your old self, right? So choosing to be obedient, it's like I have to bury all of these old ways that I fall short of being truly obedient to God. And for me, mine are, and this is me being completely honest, I struggle with letting the indigestion of broccoli go, aka THC. I think it's more so of an oral fixation because I've done it for so many years that it's very hard to shake. And it's not more of a codependent thing. I think that I just have, and maybe it is, I don't know, maybe I've just become so dependent on it that it's almost like I can go without it, but I'm definitely nowhere where I used to be. And for me, I know that God wants our temple to be purified, you know, and to be a purity. And for me, the sun is so bright today, that is one of the areas that I struggle with, you know, indigestion. I know that's a lot of believers' issues, but in this season of being obedient, I'm really trying my best to tackle that beat because it is something that I feel like holds me back spiritually. I feel like it's something that God is truly saying like, hey, yo, that's not of me, you gotta let it go. Another thing that I struggle with is I can be a cursor. I can. It slips, and as much as I love the Lord, I'm not gonna lie, it slips out my mouth from time to time. It does. Let me have a moment. Let me just not be conscious of what I'm saying, thinking, what's going on. And as mindful as I try to be, the words, my words show a lack of obedience as well. My gestures, my actions. I also struggle sometimes with like outbursts of anger when I feel as though I'm not able to convey myself in the best. You know what? When I'm truly being maybe emotionally ambushed, I have not learned, and I know that's something that God has truly worked on me. He's working on it in me. So I want us to understand that coming into this season of obedience does not mean that we strip and lay everything away and it's instantly gone. It would be a blessing for it to go. And you know, the one thing I need to continue to ask God to do and pray on that I do not do is I have not asked him to fully take the desire and taste out of my mouth for THC. I have not asked him to fully take the desire out of my mouth for the foul words that I sometimes use. And I don't use them often, but I have my moments when I slip up. I'm really trying to be mindful, but I do have my moments, y'all, when I slip up. So I think that I really encourage everyone to sit down in this season of obedience, truly figure out what it is that is possibly holding you back from truly walking into this season with God, you know. And for me, when I take my walks, I think about stuff like that. I think my runs, I think about it really, and I'm like, man, I want to walk with God so bad, but he's like, you gotta do better in these areas. Sexual sin, flesh, that's another one. I'm working on that, but there's so many desires that have been stripped from me over the past few years that I'm still working on. So when I tell y'all this is a journey, it's a journey, and I don't want anyone to feel like they're alone, but I definitely want you all to sit back, evaluate, and try to figure out, hey, what is it that is truly preventing me from walking to the season of obedience, and write it down somewhere, tackle it, make it your charge to work on these things daily. And I'm gonna try to do my best too. Like that's what God wants us to do. He judges our heart. He wants us to strive every day to walk in his way. So I just wanted to reach out, say that. I hope you all are having a great day. It's beautiful. If you can get out and walk, do it, run, whatever, but enjoy the day the Lord has made, and be blessed in it, and have a great one. Bye bye.